Today we've been discussing everyday things around you that could be hazardous. And we're going to have a little fun right now. We're going to play a game we're calling Which is Worse for You? Before the show, we polled our entire audience. We gave them a bunch of which is worse medical scenarios. Now our docs are going to help set the record straight. The first question we asked, which is worse for you? You're at a concert and nature calls. Hold your pee for a few hours or use a gross public restroom. So we asked you, what do you all think? And if I may, I'm going to put some of you on the spot. And can you stand for me? What's your name?
Akila.
Akila, you're at a concert, and this is your favorite group in the world, and you are loving the concert. Do you hold it in or go to that gross, gross porta potty?
I definitely hold it in. No gross porta potties. No.
Let's pull up a graphic here and see how our audience voted. 81% said hold it.
The truth is, I mean, they're not, public restrooms generally aren't clean, but you're not going to necessarily catch an STD from a porta potty. The point is, reasonably holding your urine isn't going to do any harm. I know a lot of you felt like it's harmful. It isn't. If you were to hold it, it's for the benefit of enjoying the concert, not to protect your bladder. That said, chronic holding over time, especially in children, can cause damage to the bladder, stretching of the bladder, which makes it less sensitive, which makes voiding difficult. So if you're a chronic holder, and especially in young kids, it's important that you go frequently.
Fair enough. Let's move on to our second audience question. So we asked you, which is worse, drunk driving or drunk walking? Now, it sounds like we're having a little bit of fun with this, but both of these can be very dangerous. And I'm curious, audience, what did you have to say about this? Because we know, really, being drunk doing anything is dangerous. 81% of you said drunk driving. And we know these are both dangerous, but which is worse, docs?
Absolutely worse is drunk driving, because you're handling tons of steel going at weird speeds, and you can hit other people, other cars,
So you put
all types of
everyone
things.
at risk.
But you're also taking a risk when you are drunk walking, too, because actually, pedestrians, when you're walking, you're not paying attention, you're drunk, you can get run over. So all types of things can happen when you're drunk walking. But if we have to say which one is worse, I absolutely do not want you drunk driving. You can walk to catch a taxi.
You know what's interesting also is a third of pedestrians who died last year were drunk walking. But with drunk walking, you're pretty much putting yourself at risk. Drunk driving, you're putting everyone else at risk as well. All right, this last one. Which is worse for you, binge drinking one day or having a couple of drinks every day? Now, before we give you our thoughts, we're going to go ahead and pull up the results of what you all thought in the audience. Because so 74% of you thought binge drinking was worse for you. Really quickly, what's your name?
That's what I said, Veronica.
And why is it worse for you, in your opinion?
Well, I just think binge drink, because it's bad for your heart. Anything that you do all at once is probably bad for you. If you spread it out over time.
You know what, and I love what you said there, because so many things we do in life is if we go overboard, it's unhealthy for us. Almost everything. Drinking is certainly that way. If you binge drink, well, you actually double your risk of having a heart attack. If you have a drink, say a glass, we were talking before the show, a glass of red wine every day, you actually may lower your risk of a heart attack. So I don't think there's any question, docs, that binge drinking is more dangerous.
Yeah, for sure. And especially if you binge drink right before a concert, then you're going to have to hold it in, and it's double whammy.